The Walking Dead on Crack continues today with the black sheep of the series, the "Where's Clementine? I want my money back, you fuck." Hold on, has it been 8 seconds yet? Gotta be careful because of that stupid new YouTube rule. Instead of the normal intro, let's take a moment to ingratiate ourselves to the almighty YouTube algorithm and stand to allegiance with Comrade Susan and the Uviatubian. But it's time for your daily recommended dosage of illicit substances, so let's go smoke some crack off the bad guy from Home Alone's ass and play The Walking Dead on Crack Season 3 Part 1. I get to reload my save file from Season 2, which is fantastic because I don't know what manner of ending I would have gotten instead. Like leaving with Kenny, or worst of all, siding with the "let's leave the baby in a damn car in a blizzard to send a message" Jane. For the seasonal predictions, in episode 1, Clem comes out as transgender and is gonna cross-dress before getting surrounded by 4chaners. Episode 2, we're gonna take the entire episode off and just play Borderlands 3 because the writers just gave up. Episode 3, we're gonna fight for equality on Snowpiercer, with a magic machete bestowed upon us by Lee himself from the heavens. Episode 4, Clem decides she's straight and flips back before realizing she's the main character and urban her way through whoever's dumb enough to question her urbanness. Finally, episode 5, she realizes she's transgender after all and topples the patriarchy. I don't know, I've ran out of ideas. Let's just play and find out. Game starts off with, what? Where's Clem? Who the fuck is this?
What the fuck did they do? Who the fuck is this?
This is the new frontier. I want the old frontier back. Where's Clementine? Unless this side character from Narcos is gonna urban so hard Lee comes back to life, I don't want him. In any case, Terry Fox here is running to catch his dad on the deathbed in his first visit back home in years to secure his inheritance before it's too late. He gets there where we have Go Diego Go sitting around, and I explain to him traffic is blocked up for miles. It's almost as if something is gonna occur. Oops, looks like I was too late. Hey, can I get my share in cat? In this situation, I'm pinned with my anus vulnerable, so I try everything to stall. Wait a minute. Javier's a dick! Beat his ass, Diego. Before I get what I deserve, a stoner spawns in, but a bug in the game file showed him as just a child who's evidently Diego's son. But my damage control is on another level as I tell him his old man was only giving my rectum the Greek special and not to worry. I get up, evidently not phased. My dad is dead before we get a heartwarming scene about incest is wincest before he starts getting aggressive again. Chill, alright, you're not jealous, I'm sorry. Okay, never mind, false alarm. It seems I've lost something. Yeah, my compassion. How the hell's my dad dead and I'm just standing there with no emotion? I didn't even make it in time for the death scene. Did my dad pull a Houdini on me when I was a kid?
Javi.
Kate.
I'm so sorry, Javi.
Nah, don't worry, Kate. I don't give a crap anyways. I'm just here for the bands. She asks me why I got clown makeup on, but I tell her husband's been drinking, but it's a good thing her extensive prior experience can be utilized in times like this. But before she can bring her anti-wife beater kit, I go ask mom where my check is, who slaps me. In front of the bitches! Goodbye, cruel world. Wait. What the hell is this crack baby doing? Determining how boneable the couch is? Get your kid, David. I don't want to sit down and get Gorilla Glue to the couch. I whisper curses in my mom's ears, only to be undone when I get my bag in. Oh, come on. Another person I have to share the inheritance with? Also, he's saying there's no service. Strange. Almost as if... Nah, that only happens in video games. The little girl says Papa is thirsty. Okay, sweetie. He's awake. Filler character 1 is attacked by Ebenezer Scrooge as me and Diego try restraining him. Mom tells us to lay off before sending an electric shock through everyone's spines. Well, apparently he is confused as he ate the wrong type of cheeks as Scrooge starts getting violent after the third ghost and I'm forced to Bautista him. We take her to the hospital as we've changed the trajectory of the stoner's life forever. Nothing but cold, hard crack or heroin will be enough to make him forget the memories of this fateful day as Diego and Mama go to the hospital. I'm instructed with bringing the kids and everyone else, and we're stuck looking for the sister who's hiding under a table.
And honey, we have to go.
No!
Don't make me get my chocolate. My goodness, Clem would never. Clem was too grown for that shit this girl's pulling. We get to the car and, whoa there, Kate, come on now. Don't want to prove the Saudis right, do we? Glad we all made it safe. Oh, por favor, Hector. And at least I get a bigger slice of the inheritance pie. We teleport back to the present day where Javier subscribed to TCLR, observing a horde of walkers coming after us. Yeah, Lee clears this horde low diff. I forgot my bottle at the camp, so it seems dehydration is back on the menu, boys. The girl and Stoner have evolved in the years that passed as Kate complains about the Horde when we could just move out of its way instead of trying to stay ahead. But who am I to question the great Bill Belichick who's got the play-by-play?
Because I was just using this thing to sketch in.
The hell you sketching? The mitochondria of the cell? Some famous bowling scores? Kate's sneaking a smoke, which I don't think I should comment on since, as everybody from episode 1 of season 2 pointed out, what world is weed sticky? It's not even fucking sticky. Anyways, Kate's smoking weed inside of a car with children. Please hurry, come to the address. Now, did I accept her offer despite the fact I'm driving a car with children?
You bet your sweet Bippy I did.
These two shining examples of parents continue smoking in the car of children as they complain how hard it is to raise children, and
Some days I just want leaving by the side of the road.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
was that?
I'm sorry, bro.
the prom king and queen who got pregnant at 15, who never fully grew up, start talking about the genitalia and their discharges. Always a fun conversation to have as Kate.
I need to get laid.
Think I'm cute, she wanna have sex.
Oh, I can pull over. That wouldn't take a minute.
Well, at least he knows what he is, the damn Flash, unlike the average TCLR subscriber. I'm a Ninja Turtle. Chang, focus. You're gonna mess up the whole panty raid. Oh, that brother. Gone. Oh, my balls. Chang, you lost focus. Subscribe to TCLR. Better? You're not you when you watch without subscribing. So subscribe to TCLR to install the Master Splinter Ninjutsu upgrade and Titanium Jawline, and to, more importantly, not miss out on future content. The kids wake up, and as my expert deflection skills fail to meet the required stat check, she tells us she knows we're doing drugs as Gabe chimes in as the adult in this situation apparently, and now Javier tells him to roll down the windows? What, just because they're awake now? You didn't think of that before? Wait, you thought the high goes to sleep when you do? We arrive at some sort of scrapyard where Mariana's praying for a candy bar.
All right. What do we actually need?
Did you not hear her? We're looking for a candy bar. We get a little taste of the combat as Rebecca post-pregnancy shows up and I blow her head off with one swing. I might be him. Gabe is still pissed we were smoking weed in the car instead of real drugs like crack, so he storms off while Mariana lets me know her devilry skill is nearly maxed out. Also, in a dialogue that won't become important later, I tell her if she were hypothetically to get separated, then she should lock herself in a car and not come out, ever. You live in that car now. We're gonna find your body in that damn car. I get to explore for the first time as we see some gas gone bad, a mattress stickier than any weed on this planet. Hey, Gabe, were you poking around the furniture again? He justifies himself by saying he's been living in a van with his terrible parental figures who tried to get an 11-year-old high, leaving me defeated as I implore him to tell me that wasn't the case, but his expression says it all. No time to wash my hands of this filth, though, as I start siphoning gas, pulling out the largest butt plug out of my ass or something. Where the hell were you hiding the siphon tool, Javi? With how little there is, we need more, so I climb a ladder with Gabe as my right hand and we find an ambulance. Perfect. Now we have a place to properly treat Javier and Kate. This ambulance has a huge amount of fuel, which would lead any sane person to believe that the owner is around here and that we have to get out of here, but not Javi. After taking out the walker needed to progress the story, it leads us to this trailer house. I look in to see if it's an outpost for CPS, and confirming it is, and I break in through the hole in the house.
Hey, I've seen this one. This is a classic.
The game puts all 4 movement keys on screen, despite the fact that I can only move forward or backwards. A brilliant strategy to make the player feel dumb, nullifying the superiority we felt whenever a character made a stupid decision in Season 2. We break in, and after some exploring, I find some batteries for Mariana's player while making a mental note of the mattress I'll need to keep Gabe away from, and a butt ton of food. Someone obviously lives here. Let's leave before the Southerners say fuck the Border Patrol and decide to take matters into their own hands as my St. John's farm trauma erupts into a manic PTSD episode.
Dinner time.
Kate herself reiterates the dangers, and the kids who have proved their superior intellect before in the car take their turn as the genetic defects, wanting to sleep the night with a non-zero chance of waking up in front of heaven's gates. I tell them we gotta get on the road. What? Did you just talk back to me? Hey, Javi, I know a guy.
What was the bell?
I walk out to Kate, who asks how it feels being Vader, to which I say she owes me hefty and get a giant chocolate bar for my troubles. Candy bar, but I'm assuming it's the same thing unless the company who makes Skittles and Jolly Ranchers is devolved.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really really fun, but you just can't get into it because they would...
I go to get the gas and I get the strap pulled on me from the villains of Home Alone. I tell him this shit's mine and lick the nozzle, securing the canister for me, but brings on their ire, and while I try scaring them off, telling them I got big steppers. Houdini over here can apparently control clairvoyance and somehow knows my family's in the area. His years battling Kevin McAllister has left him scarred and prepares for a potential ambush. He makes me go into the house first as his crippling PTSD is still in effect, and last second they sneak underground as I quickly cover my family's tracks. He finds out we've eaten his chocolate pudding, but he sees reason. I was starving, end of my rope, honest oops. He's heard mistake one too many times from his parents and starts beating my Latino booty. The token black guy meant to be used as cannon fodder in every piece of media is left to keep me in their sights, and he hears my family. I quickly show my kung fu mastery, grabbing the crowbar, knocking out Lonnie, turn around, and drop my gun, realizing I ain't about that life after all. Can't even lie, I deserve to get knocked out after that. I wake up chained, worried I'm in some sort of crazy guy's BDSM struggle fetish nightmare, shaking my head at my wild imagination. Retracted Chin over here starts talking about how no woman will ever love him and all girls are the same before a tree topples right in front of us, toppling the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle mobile. I quickly take the pipe, and as we both escape the van, Leafius here makes a run for it. I'll let him go as a show of good faith. And good thing too, since his boy apparently has a shotgun to my back.
That's good.
Wait a minute. She tells me not to do anything stupid because she is urban, all letters capitalized. No ma'am, I wouldn't dare. I am familiar with your game. Javi makes an astute observation. Real detective we got on our hands. Clem tells me she used her bare hands to topple that tree. In fact, she commanded it to fall, and so it did. I'd expect nothing less of Lee's disciple. Another brilliant observation by Javi. My goodness, he must be a Harvard grad, isn't he? But her urbanness has overdone it seems, as this truck isn't exactly fit for service at this moment. As consolation, she tells me to close my eyes, hands in the sky, but after reactively clenching my cheeks, she's only going to rob me. You can have whatever you want, Clem, it is all yours. Okay, maybe not the chocolate bar, I kinda need that one. Of course, Clem gives it back because she's evolved to another being with pure oxygen enough as sustenance. Eventually, I make a trade offer with her. She takes me back to the trailer park I was at, and she can have my van since this truck isn't going anywhere. Clem says she's gonna keep me tied up, so still can't let that sphincter breathe just yet. As I try to compliment her name for some reason, get just as confused a response as me. A walker comes out and she hits him with a Jane leave him weak in the knees like Troy maneuver. Before we get to the junkyard,
Muertos.
getting a response from Clem akin to,
What did he say?
Muertos.
What do you call them?
Walkers.
Or what do you call the ones that run?
the ones that what?
No. Wait.
I call her a lonely child, and her response indicates she's in that phase of her life. Quickly, dispose of all the black nail polish and makeup. We leave immediately. She asks me who's at the junkyard, and I tell her it was hunting season for my dead brother's wife, although his children are the baggage. She admires how we've survived so long, as if we weren't on easy mode with that van we were riding in. And then...
How about you? You must have been pretty young when this shit started.
I was. But some people looked out for me too.
What happened to them?
Same thing that happens to everyone.
We unfortunately have to make a detour since the place is crawling with walkers, but I tell her we keep moving forward or my sphincter gets to relax, to which she acquiesces. We make our way through the walker horde, but they won't let us in. The survivor straight out of Vault 76 tells us we have to pop the walkers first, and we do, until God himself had to intervene, because Clem's urbanness would have been too much for this mortal realm, and I'm forced to save her. We get inside as Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption strolls on through with the heavy cavalry. Man, she runs with Genghis and Saladin as her shooters. The receptionist asks if we're staying for a while, to which we decline their shady hotel practices, and he tells me to stay out of trouble or else, because they do got some people who need kidney transplants. It's your call.
It's a pretty cool place, actually.
Yes, Clem, this is the coolest place on Earth. Airstrips are so interesting.
The people, on the other hand, they're not my favorite.
Fuck you looking at, redneck motherfucker, trailer trash ass? I'll drop your body in seconds. You better start staring at the damn floor like you fucking deserve. We bond over the interestingness of the place and at a water tower about to topple over any second now until Clem takes me into a bar. She's gonna go talk to the guy who gave her the firecrackers as bullets and tells me to go make some friends while I'm here. After my crippling social anxiety leaves me playing Pac-Man for a few minutes, I get sucked off on the spot from a guy who knows me back from my gambling days before I got a lifetime ban for betting on myself to win. Is that an actual rule you're not allowed to do? Like, I can understand betting on yourself to lose, else a quick tumble and shucks, everyone's seen my hand. But betting on yourself to win seems kind of fair, doesn't it? Easy Pete from New Vegas is named Conrad, while Miss Marvel here is named Francine. She asks me to help her, and in my infinite wisdom, I deduce this is a winning hand. Okay, well, I should have mentioned I've played poker once in my life using potato chips as money, but I do get a drink on the house for helping me win. Although apparently they use bleach instead of actual drinks, unfortunately, so not much consolation in that. Clem seems to have gotten herself into a little kerfuffle as I make a quick getaway from the dish soap they offered me as a drink, as Clem has a good reason for being mad. What, getting scammed and all.
Oh yeah? And who the fuck are you, a bodyguard or something?
Yes, I am, you melaninless Nigerian prince. You trying to square up? Clem pulls out the stiffy on him, although the bullets don't work, so he isn't phased. Clem, hold on, wait. This isn't a smart idea. No need to point the gun at him and shoot. He whips out the knife and scratches my orbital, but I'm fluent in 36 ass-thrusting techniques and disarm him easily. He says he wasn't thinking straight, like when Nicolas Cruz tried convincing the officers he was seeing ghosts.
What's going on today, bro?
The demons, man.
Demons? Voices and demons?
Where's the voices?
Also, during my research, I realized Nicolas Cruz is facing life in prison, not the death penalty. Man's going to be seeing this demon every time he drops the damn soap, putting more than voices inside of his head. The man thinks I can control Clem. Do I look like I'm playing Lee to you? Clem keeps the gun aimed at him, though. Good thing the bullets don't work. Well, what do you know? One of them worked. Clementine tells me to lie for her. You want me to lie about you being a cold-blooded murderer?
You bet your sweet bippy I did.
The Fallout jumpsuit character walks in and asks my account of things, and it's a good thing my eye got scratched, using that as evidence. They still lock us up. The man locks us in a schoolyard fence and says, yeah, that Eli kid is a known Fortnite dancer. So let me figure out how to do things from here. In the meantime, your service for humanity will be rewarded with a free medic. Hope it's an actual medic instead of Carlos from season 2 just showing up.
This is bad. This is very
Honestly, you might as well just send in Spider-Man at that point. Clem thanks me for not snitching. Are you kidding? All the 6ix9ine jokes I've made, my credibility would be shot if I didn't back you. Not to mention my Telltale fanbase would probably have me at the stake, ready to burn within seconds if I didn't back you. Don't mention it. The medic comes, who's some sort of Latina Asian hybrid. I can't really tell, but Clementine seems to hate her, so fuck you, Never mind, boys. We're getting Javi some. Gonna cut that last little bit out. Might be a little too risky, even for me. After I take on the alias of Batman's new enemy, the Rizzler, I explain the situation to her and tell her my tragic Doofenshmirtz backstory, which gets her sympathy. Hey, hold on. I can use you. I tell her to let me out of the cage, but before she can respond, the Vault Dweller comes back and tells me he's gonna drive me to that junkyard himself in the morning, and I tell him fair enough.
Fair enough? Go kiss a skunk's ass. I should be earning a goddamn Boy Scout badge for this.
The fuck does this Joe from Family Guy leg day as an alien concept side boss from Far Cry 5 looking ass think he is? What the fuck he wants me to do? Get down and start sucking?
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Eleanor tries to help me because my people are captured and endangered, but Tripp says, nah, I'm not risking a perfectly good medic for these people. His racism was the final nail in the coffin as Eleanor offers to take us in a few hours as I start jumping for joy. Despite Clementine's wariness, we decide to leave with Eleanor in the morning, and Clementine, being goated, says cool and starts praising me for being nice. Even though I've definitely never met her before. Anyways, it's bedtime and backstory time for Clementine. We start at the canon ending of season 2 being Wellington as the baby's now all grown up to the toddler. He draws some sort of satanic scripture to which I correctly guess is me because I'm actually him. He's got some sort of speech impediment and can only make oohs and ahs, so we've successfully birthed the very first caveman in modern times. All of a sudden, we hear some arguing and Edith comes in, still covering her satellite dishes for ears about the group from last week and how there are too many of them this time and to pack my stuff. Also, they apparently have a lot of cars. Remember that. I quickly pack the essentials, Kenny's hat to AJ, food, water, all that stuff until Edith comes back and says they've broken in. Bet you're wishing you let Kenny in now, huh? We could have had the Urbanator say it's urban time and urban all over those guys. If we had Lee and Kenny, shit would have been fireworks. Those guys wouldn't have stood a chance. And man, look at all those cars. No wonder they were able to batter through our defenses. There's too many to even wade through, which leads Edith to be mistaken for Harambe and get shot. AJ's okay, of course. He is a main character. And there's the most pointless retcon of the game. She had that scar from last season, but you gotta make sure choices don't matter, I guess. After that riveting story of heartbreak, loss, and ties being severed, we wake up on our way to take back the Holy Land. Her and Joe from Family Guy were a thing for 5 minutes, which led to some stalking. But before she can ask for the Mexican hot dog, we arrive at the junkyard where the Battle of the Dead happened, as I find Mariana's video player. After calling for her, she appears in a nice callback from 15 minutes ago. I ask where the boys are and we get to the site of the IRA's last attack. I find them trapped in a truck after telling the Reddit mods showers should be a daily thing, quickly stopping Eleanor from shooting since bullets wouldn't get past all their blubber. Fortunately, my stick of deodorant is more than enough, and after cleaving through the walkers and saving Eleanor, we get a sweet, heartwarming moment between lover. Nah, I'm still not sure whether Eleanor or my dead brother's wife's gonna be endgame. Gabe says he wanted to come after Mariana, but he deemed bravely starting the car for her inevitable return was the appropriate option. I calm him down, saying I'd never allow any of that to happen before his back talking gets him another spanking. He ended up scraping himself, not bite thankfully, so I get Eleanor to come take a look, who reassures Gabe she isn't Carlos. Kate speaks blasphemy, calling Clem a kid with a gun instead of goat, but thankfully she wasn't in smiting mood today. Eleanor starts jinxing our rescue mission. Shut up! You want one of us to get our brains blown out? Clem doesn't have a van now, so I'm still indebted, and as she threatens to send those loan sharks from Wolf Among Us at me, which you should definitely check out by the way, Mariana finds her headphones.
Thanks.
Oh, you gonna do what when you see me, nigga?
Whoa, relax.
We forgot the cardinal rule of The Walking Dead. The ups are never far behind, and I'm stuck with the third stringers in this encounter, with Jimmy Butler not being enough, as evidenced by the 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed, going to Mariana one by one and getting shot. Thanks, Eleanor, for all that jinxing. She says we have to get back to Prescott to save Kate, a sensible idea, until Clem comes in ready to slide. What? For all we know, they could be housing Teutoburg Forest out there, and you wanna... Well, it seems whoever wrote Season 2 is still playing darts to choose plot points for this episode. But I'm with Clem. We ride or die. As the others evacuate, the ops throw a pipe bomb, and as I return to sender, the flashbang ends Episode 1. Check out some of my other content linked down below in the pinned comment, and what an episode. I liked it. I know everyone hates this one, but it was aight. Kinda stupid plot points, honestly, but overall, if you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to not miss out on future content. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.